Welcome to the Dunk Dynasty podcast. This is episode 17. If you've been listening this far through, we appreciate you. Today I'm here with Panashi, Jed the Terminator Mitchell, and Eddie Matt. How's it going, fellas?
I'm just glad to finally get a nickname, even though it's terrible. But we'll live with it. We'll live with it.
The Terminator, right? There you go.
Is it self-proclaimed or was that given to you?
It's an urban legend.
Wow. There you go. Terminator 1, 2, and 3. How good?
The Terminator got injured straight away, so he's not that durable.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I'm with the what can I call you guys? You're made of glass, so
Shut
the
up.
tremendous trio.
Tremendous roast tray, honestly.
Oh,
Tremendous.
man. You got me. You got me.
You know what you've got? What did you got a bit of stutter in there?
Nah,
All made of
to be fair,
glass.
hey, you guys might be. I've had one season of injuries. That's it. So I'm durable.
Fair enough. But fellas, lots of stuff going on in the NBA. Thank you, Trey, for the brilliant introduction. Things been going on. Pretty fun week. People getting dunked on. Few game winners in there. It's been exciting. It's what you need, especially last couple of weeks of the season. Lots of regular season games, which we're not going to get until probably October. So it's nice to get our fix in for the last couple of weeks. Looking in, a couple of people got baptized this week, which was a bit interesting. Austin Reeves gets baptized by Jalen Johnson. Then John Collins gets baptized by Anthony Edwards. Then also on the other side, Kyrie game winner over Jokic. Bam Adebayo game winner against the Pistons. Moment of the week, fellas. What's your moment of the week? We've had so many to pick from. I think it's going to be very difficult. Ethan, what's your thoughts over there, man?
Well, all I can say is that I wish I had the hops of some of these players, or could do what some of these guys do. Just ridiculous type stuff. Anthony Edwards is I don't know. He's built different, isn't he? Jumps out of, I don't even know. He's amazingly gifted as an athlete, as a basketball player, and it's pretty cool to see. I still don't rate him as a team leader, but anyway, I digress. I like the fact that we get to see a couple of these younger players that are going to shine next year, get a bit more game time and get a bit more out there and a bit more points, a bit more minutes. For example, one of the greatest of all time, who will be in the future, Mr. Luke Cornett. Don't forget about that, man.
How the hell did you ramble enough just then to get onto Luke Cornett? I was trying to follow that, and I was like, I have no idea where this is going at all. So are you wanting us to pick our moment of the week?
Moment of the week, man. Moment of the week. So many to pick from. Dunks, bro. Game winners. Anything. What you got for me?
Okay.
I feel like I'll go first, Ethan. You talk about
you
Luke.
go. No, you go before your hair falls out.
Yeah, thanks for that. I don't have much time left, but I feel like you got to take Bam out of it because you shouldn't need a game winner to beat the Pistons. So I feel like that's a nah for me. I would have to go the Kyrie game winner. I feel like as much as those dunks were like, dunk of the year, contenders, bro, a game winner over to beat the Nuggets after some sensational fourth quarter clutch play. And it was just a ridiculous play. It was kind of, that getting that hand going. And the celebration as well. I think it just had everything. It was just magical. And it was just a phenomenal team. And it was a much needed win for the Dallas Mavericks. They've slotted into the 7th seed now, and they're pretty much tied with Sacramento, only having one more loss than one more win. So yeah, I would go Kyrie.
Kyrie also stood out of bounds on that last play, but we won't talk about that. My player of the week would have to be
again, Trey, with all the negative content. You're just completely negative 24/7.
Yeah, who are you? Freaking Tim
What?
Donaghy? You're the referee now? Is that what you are? You want to get the zebra skins on? You want to be the ref?
Yeah. Yep, may as well. Now, my player of the week would definitely be the Atlanta Hawks beating the Clippers. Week.
That's not a player week. That's not a player week. That's a smackdown.
Yeah. That was freaking...
anyways, nah.
Play of the week. So the play of the week was a whole 48-minute game. My guy. There you go. Love. Much love. Much love, man.
No, the player of the week would definitely have to be the Michael we done with the 90s Jordan's dunk over John Collins. That was unreal.
Bro, so many injuries on that play.
Yeah, freaking concussion, and then the old dislocated finger. I was like, whoa, it's all happening here, man. Usually what happens, bro.
It's unreal.
Carnage happens, bro. Destruction.
Best dunk.
The best part about that wasn't even the dunk. It was him saying to the kids that he can't give them the jersey because he has to give it to John Collins. That's the best part about it.
He has to give it to his son. Yeah.
What do you mean? Son. I don't know why he has to give it to John Collins because John Collins was wearing it mid-game.
Yeah. John Collins really had to get the old ball to the mouth, ball to the face. It was pretty tough.
the in-game teabag. It's nasty, but had to be done.
I felt bad for him. I'm probably on the same boat too. I think Jordan Jr. He's coming into his own, and that dunk, you always need some big highlight plays to look good on the highlight reel, and there he was all over John Collins. It was tough, man. John Collins, I feel like he's just sometimes you need to get out of the way and say maybe not today. Maybe today's not the day. And I feel like there in that moment, maybe he should have said today's not the day, and he got baptized extremely bad. Austin Reeves, you can't shy away either. You're second, really close, but I think Anthony Edwards, because his one came first before Jalen Johnson. Yeah, got to give it to him. Player of the week.
The photo of the Austin Reeves one is also nasty as well. It's the freeze frame of him just sitting there like kind of like shying away from it. Just he didn't even really contest it, did he? He just got baptized.
You also don't want to see his POV, you know.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's actually, if you look up Trey's search history, the first thing he has is Austin Reeves and John Collins POV. It's the first thing he went for.
Oh, I don't have the second name in there, but yeah, had the first one.
There you go. Well, a couple of plays of the week in there, which is good. But anyway, fellas, looking at this season, best NBA duos. I know there was a duo that dominated the playoffs last year, Murray and Jokic, and then this season there's been a bunch of other duos that have stepped up. Duos that are existing already like Tatum and Brown, then new ones like Giannis and Dame. So, who is the best duo in the NBA? We'll start with the biased Clippers fan because it's Kawhi, and who's the other second one? Who's your top duos, man?
So I don't know if anyone knows or heard of these guys before, but it has to be Kawhi and Paul George. This can't be James Harden because I've seen that guy shoot 0 of 10 like 3 of the last 5 games. So I don't want that guy anywhere near my team right now. It has to be Kawhi and Paul George. And look, Clippers are in a slump. We're not going good. Those two have been a little bit injured the last couple of weeks. A little bit this and that. Paul George has, struggled a lot, I would say. But they consistently make the playoffs, consistently are there. They just need to stay on the court. They're a little bit healthy this year, so hopefully we can get our groove back going and we'll be back up on top. And I think teams are going to be scared to play them in the playoffs. I'm just saying.
How'd they go last year?
Didn't we make the conference finals last year?
Let's not default to this. Is that
yeah, because if we're going to go to this, when was the last time the Wizards made the fucking playoffs? Let's just not get into it.
I don't talk about the Wizards like you talk about the Clippers, mate. Come on.
But
yeah, because I have more faith in my team than you do. That's why.
One point about the Clippers, interesting though.
I'm a charity supporter, mate. Not a bandwagon.
You have so many first-round picks in your team, and your team still sucks.
You follow a big market team. What do you expect?
We're in the small market anyway, and we're
how many players have you drafted on that team?
14 years in a row. We've made the playoffs 14 years in a row. 14 years in a row.
How many players did you draft?
What, over that period of time?
No, on your team right now, how many players have you drafted? You go on about first round.
Probably like 3 or 4, maybe.
I reckon 3 or 4 is generous as well.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Where's your team? Where's my team? Don't even talk. You're not even in the conversation. Trey, you should be banned from this conversation because your team hasn't made the playoffs in years. Your team's the worst. You've been rebuilding for 30 years, man. What are you talking?
Technically, this is the first year of the Wizards rebuild. They've just not tried to rebuild. They've just tried to get slightly better every year, from like mid to slightly less mid, and it hasn't worked. But
Two of the worst contracts in the NBA were done by the Wizards.
yeah, my favorite NBA duo this season is Joel Embiid and James Mist.
Good one. That's a very good one. I like that.
I it's actually it's Tibbs and minutes played. I'll stop. It's Giannis and Dame. I feel like the best scoring combo. Giannis averaging 31, Dame averaging 24.5 points, and they're kind of really starting to turn it on now. I feel like this year compared to most years, there hasn't really been exceptionally good NBA duos. Like I feel like in years past, you had like Clay and Steph when they were absolutely peaking. You had LeBron and AD when they're absolutely peaking. You know, you've had KD and Kyrie, KD and Harden, Joel and Harden. You know, but yeah, this year I got Dame and Giannis.
That's a good one.
This year I have Josh Giddey and underage girls. No.
Oh fuck!
Wow, that is crazy.
Bro,
Like
Trey, you know how to find the line every time.
You always have to keep that in. Just no.
No, I have Sabonis and Halliburton, the all NBA crybabies, and just being shit. Nah. Probably Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. You know.
Oh, shut up, bro. Please stop. You talk so much shit about Jason Tatum every single episode, and now you're putting him as the number one duo. Come on, bro.
I was surprised you didn't say Webin Yama and Jeremy Sochan. I'm surprised you didn't say that.
He hates on Tatum every episode, and now all of a sudden, Tatum's is the number one duo.
Wait, you know how many duos? It's like a duo in every team.
Yeah, well, you'd hope every team has at least two players.
This guy talks smack about Jason Tatum every fucking episode, and now all of a sudden, Jason Tatum's the number one duo. Keep the same energy, bro.
Okay, I'll go Tyus Jones and Corey Kispert. There you go.
Brilliant.
I think that would
go. And they play for the Washington. Oh, how good. Jordan Poole and Corey Kispert, maybe. Actually, Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
Give me that one.
There we go. That's the duo right there.
And now for the first serious one, P, what's yours?
Come on, bro. You already know. No, I'm kidding. It's not Anthony Davis and LeBron. Fuck no. It's Jokic and Jamal Murray. Jokic and Jamal Murray. I think, still the most unstoppable two-man game in all of basketball. I don't think there's any way you can stop it. When they start running it in the clutch, it just feels so unfair. If you go under the screen, Jamal Murray cooks you. If you go over the screen, you'll find Nikola Jokic, bro. It's just, you can't do anything with that two-man game. I think Giannis and Dame are probably close in behind, but I just think because, Jokic can shoot the ball better. And then also Jokic is a better passer. So even if you kick it back to him off a pick and pop, he can find the way to get others involved, whether it's with the DHO, whether he can just fake DHO, drive to the basket and post up. He finds a way. So, most unstoppable two-man game. Give me them as number one duo.
What do you think of today? Jokic only had like 2 assists. He had no assists going into the fourth quarter.
He had 35 points, bro. And it was like, you could see, like, the Timberwolves surprised me. Came out with a small ball lineup.
He only had 24 points going into the final like 5-ish minutes of the game. It's not really a discredit because 24 points is a lot, but it's not like a crazy scoring game to make up for those assists until that final bit where he had a couple threes. Do you find it interesting the way that the Timberwolves guarded the Nuggets?
The bench played horrific today. Like did they even combine for 10 points today? It was terrible. I watched the highlights and there was one player on the bench that had a highlight today.
But that's what
needs to step up.
But the Timberwolves are like that's what they force you to. They force you to beat them ugly. Like there's very few teams that beat the Timberwolves like with a nice all round clean performance. It's always messy games.
They had a 20-point lead, and then, your best players go off, and then, boom, it's not a 20-point lead anymore, and the T-Wolves have the lead.
Even with a minute to go, it looked like the Nuggets well and truly had a gap, and they still, the Timberwolves still had a chance at full time to win it.
Jaden McDaniels turned into Michael Jordan in the last bloody 2 minutes and hit like 4 threes, contested as shit.
I thought
Yeah.
Timberwolves played excellent defense. I think they've played great defense all season long. And I think what you kind of got with Jokic was a lot of hockey assists where he gets into the post, they bring a double, can kick it out, but then that man who he kicked it out to kicks out to the next man because the Timberwolves close off 3-point shooters very well. Get to the one, get to the two. So it's the third man pass. That's actually the third pass is the one that actually brings the penetration action, whether it was from MPJ, whether it was from Jamal Murray, whether it was Christian Brown had some actions as well where he attacked straight off a pass. So it's just he can get almost a hockey assist, even though the assist doesn't say, oh, Jokic got 10 assists. Well, the actual scoring action happened from kick out, close out from Timberwolves, close out the Timberwolves, third pass. That's the guy that attacks, gets the points. So it's I did enjoy watching that defense from the Timberwolves. I thought they were obviously undermanned, as we saw. No Cat, no Gobert. I don't know if I want to say Gobert offensively, but defensively they could have been a lot better with Gobert, and they played excellent defense the whole game anyway. Anthony Edwards, I think, did as much as he possibly could. Jaden McDaniels stepped in there, which I was pretty surprised about in a big time game. And
I was just going to say quickly, Kyle Anderson was a bit interesting on defense. Like there's a couple of Reggie Jackson buckets where he kind of just led him right to the rim, and that's what gave the Nuggets the momentum in those final 2 minutes.
Slow-mo.
Yeah, but everyone else apart from Slow-mo, I feel like really stepped it up, which is quite surprising with Rudy Gobert out, a huge, defensive anchor and just a defensive driver for that team. They still played really good defense and similar to how they've been playing all year, even without the bodies. They didn't have Naz Reid either that game.
It's going to be interesting. I just want to see how they're going to do it because they've done so well with, well, obviously when they had the entire squad, those first, 50, 60 games, they were on point. So now it's like they're going to have a bit of a break before they get everyone back, which is probably going to be first round of the playoffs when they'll actually be fully healthy. So having, 15, 20 games that you actually haven't played fully healthy, fully together, then all of a sudden now you're going to a first round series. How are you going to integrate Cat back in? Gobert, I think, you can integrate him back in, but Cat, I'm very interested to see how they can get him back into the flow of things.
That's the worst time to bring someone back into the lineup, Like straight into playoff basketball without you need what Kenny Smith was saying. You need at least 10 games before the playoffs to get everything, tickety boo before you come into playoff basketball. It's completely different. It's tough. I don't think it's the time to bring in someone after an ACL injury or whatever it is that Cat had.
Meniscus. Yeah, but you can't not bring him back. That's the thing as well. Like you can't have Cat available. Like I wonder, because it's kind of not that it made an impact last year, but you know how Tyler Hero was kind of gearing up, ready to come back in the finals.
Yeah.
Never really came back.
I think that's what they're gonna do with with Cat. I reckon if they'll try do what that year. Remember the Warriors played the Trailblazers in the first round, I think it was, or maybe I don't know, it was conference, but one of them ones where Steph Curry was injured, and they kind of kept him out as long as they possibly could until they said, okay, we really need him. I think that's what they'll do with Cat. If they believe that they could win the first round without him, let's say they go 1 to 2 games and they kind of maybe 1-1 or even 2-0, they might try see how much further they can get. If they can get to 2-1, if they can get to 3-1, if they can win the series, for example, without him, wait until the second round, give him some more time, then because I don't think he'll be 100%. No way. Even if he comes back second round or conference finals, if they make it that far, he's not going to be fully healthy. But if you can get him for something, get him.
He'll be at shoot arounds and run throughs as well. So it's not like he's missing the games, but it's not like he's not being reintegrated into the team as well. Yeah. But then again, you got to remember the Bucks last year. They were a bit of a shambles coaching wise on how they attacked their first round series with their injuries and stuff. So I think if the Bucks had it over, they'd do things completely different. I don't know if they'd be as cautious as they were with Giannis. I think they really just, they took it for granted that they were going to win that series regardless of who they had out there.
Shouldn't have thought that Chris Middleton was going to carry you, man, but that's okay. That's okay. Chris Middleton, we found out he is not him. But yeah, that's everyone's best duos. But looking at some of the teams that don't have the sort of duos that we were talking about just before, non-playoff teams that we think have an opportunity to make it to the playoffs next year. So a fair few of them that are outside the picture right now, or teams, well, for example, like the Rockets on a little win streak, but still outside the play-in. Who's your thoughts? What team do you think can rise up from the ashes and make their way into that playoff spots?
Mine, I think they're at 10th in the East, but it would be the Atlanta Hawks. they're 100% going to be there next year. They're going to make some moves, and they'll be there. They're young core. It depends on who they keep. I'm assuming it'll be Trae Young, and they'll get rid of DeJounte, and they'll get some stuff for him, and then they'll make some moves, and they'll be in there again. I'm assuming they'll probably also look to move Capella as well in the off season for somebody else, somebody younger, a bit more talented. Potentially go after maybe Jalen Duren or something like that, and see what happens there.
Jalen Duren, what? The Pistons would never come off, bro.
Bro, the Pistons do things that are unspeakable, bro. So who knows what the Pistons would do?
It's true. They've got Fontecchio now, and he's been absolutely sensational for them. So
Simone Fontecchio.
Yeah. You go, big dog. Take the rides.
Well, I was having a browse at the NBA standings, and I was like, what team can really make a push in the East to make the playoffs next year? There's absolutely no team that's even close to making the playoffs that's outside of it next year. Not one team in the East that's outside the playoffs this year is even coming close next year.
What do you mean? The Atlanta Hawkeys, mate. He just talked about it.
Nah, they're the playoffs.
They're in the top 10 right now, but
Trey's talking about 10 below.
You have no belief in the Brooklyn Nets?
I think the Hawks
absolutely
can get
no belief in the Brooklyn Nets. They have no friggin' picks.
But the thing is, all you've got to do is win, win how many games? At the moment, the Hawks have 30 wins, so they're probably going to finish 38 wins, maybe 37.
It's just like the 1987 Bulls make the playoffs with 30 wins. What the hell is going on?
Well, how about the Charlotte 2007 Washington Wizards Hornets? Surely they can make it.
Where the Wizards and the Hornets joined together.
Because they're the same exact team, the 2007 Washington Wizards, where they've got one really good player who just refuses to play basketball, and then they've got a bunch of other good players who are in there who can play but can't win any games.
LaMelo Ball
for the West, I've got the Rockets. They've got a really good young core.
That's Peace team, but carry on. No, I was disagreeing with you.
Well, the Grizzlies, they come back from they'll have a few players come back from injuries next year. Obviously, they don't have Steven Adams, the anchor, the man down under, grabbing all the O boards, seeing all the screens.
Plays for a different team now.
He said they don't have him, so
try again next time.
Just like those ears that you don't have. I said they don't have Adams anymore.
But the Memphis Grizzlies probably I reckon they might trade for someone like Jalen Duren, get him in there.
It'd be funny when it happens, and then you can all shut the fuck up.
They said he's untouchable, so you think they're gonna go? You know what? Actually, let's flip the switch.
The Pistons are full of idiots. They'll do anything.
Okay, I reckon the Grizzlies are gonna go get Sochan.
Yeah, I was gonna play. Tell them again.
Right, there's been a lot of misses tonight. Anyway, the two teams I've got, I believe in the Charlotte Hornets. I believe every 5 years they have that one season where they put it all together and they win 40 games. So we're about ready for one of those Hornets seasons. LaMelo Ball's going to play 65 games. Miles Bridges is going to do his thing. There might be a stretch of the season where he's not allowed to leave the city, but they'll work around it. But no, and Brandon Miller's going to get better. This team going into next year, they're going to be head and shoulders above where they were last year. They're going to have another high pick. You just change your face. Why do you not agree with that? The fact that the Charlotte Hornets are going to be head and shoulders better than they were last year. They've also got rid of Mitch Kupchak, didn't they? They got him out of there. Michael Jordan sold the team. There's a lot of change here, and this team is a lot better. And then, on the other side of things, Memphis Grizzlies, I think they're going to be really competitive next year. I don't think they're going to be anywhere near as good as they were before all this stuff went down, but they've got a really good roster with some really good players, and they've even got underrated players, and they've got a lot of depth going to next year when they get their 15 players back from hospital. So, yeah, those are my two teams, Charlotte Hornets and Memphis Grizzlies.
What's Miles Bridges gonna do next year to not get a felony?
I think he's on house arrest all off season, so he'll be good to go.
I think he's really worked on himself. He's really got into spirituality, and he's really started to listen and deal with his inner demons.
Didn't he say that, and then like 2 weeks later he had another felony for like child abuse?
Hey,
He's
third
such
time's
a
a charm.
But for me, I have got the team that I thought was going to make the playoffs this year. I've got the Houston Rockets. I had them this year pinned. I thought that first year of Udoka, they were going to come in, make a splash, and be the shock team. They had that potential early doors, probably pre-All-Star, then post-All-Star, probably actually 5 games before the All-Star break. The wheels started falling off. Post-All-Star break, it fell off a little bit. Then now on a 6-game winning streak, and I'm like, geez, okay. Keep the momentum. No Şengün for the rest of the season, which is like, okay, GG. You can't do much about that, but they've managed to cope without him. 6-game win streak. I think they can carry it into next season. I know everyone's going to go, oh, well, who do you think they're going to make it above? Blah, blah, blah. Well, for example, I'll take out the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't think the Lakers. I think they'll be above the Lakers next season. I can keep going if you like. I think they'll be above Golden State next season. I think they'll be above the Kings next season. I think they'll also be above the Dallas Mavericks next season. And that's where my list ends about the teams that will be above. So I think I've got them firmly as a 7th seed, maybe a 6th seed. That's where I have them. But over in the East side, I'm probably going to regret this a lot, but I'm going to go with the Toronto Raptors. I know that is going to be, we'll see how that works out. But the only reason I got that is because I think Scotty Barnes has already taken a leap this season. I think quickly, essentially the barbecue trio, and I think they'll be able to add some other pieces around those guys. And I think I've got them going maybe into the, well, not maybe, I've got them going into the play-in, and then from there, Jesus, take the wheel. If they make it into the playoffs, yes, sir. If not, then I'll be wrong.
What's their record after trading Siakam?
Really not that good, man.
Yeah, but did anyone expect it to be? They also like traded for a player like Olenek, which is kind of like a sense that they are going to push for it next year. They're not going to really tank as hard. I think their roster kind of makes sense as well. They've got Gary Trent Jr. You know, they've got a range of young good guys who they can build around. And to be fair, Quickly and RJ Barrett have been way better on the Raptors than they were on the Knicks.
Yeah, it's because they're not getting killed by playing 40 minutes a game by Tibbs. You know, Tibbs wants to see a player die on the court. Bro, at the end of D Rose's career, now he wants to end Josh Hart's career. Pray for Josh Hart, everyone.
Why does Tibbs get so much hate when Billy Donovan is like a split image of him?
Split image? You mean spitting image?
He's half and half, man.
He's half Tibbs, half Billy Donovan.
Honestly, playing DeMar DeRozan
Tibbs look like he ate him.
Caruso and all their good players against the Wizards when they're up 20. And then Caruso goes out with injury.
Billy Donovan's probably at the point of his career where he has to win every single game to make sure he doesn't get fired.
He's getting fired. Come on now. But hey, Billy Donovan is going to be back coaching the Florida Gators after this season, I reckon. So
what a run that was.
Back-to-back national titles, man. How good? There you go.
Do you know who one of his assistants was, or who was on the coaching staff? I believe with while he's at the Florida Gators.
See, please say it was Big Tibbs.
No, it was Mark Diagonal.
Wow. What? So Mike Diagonal didn't pick up on any of the tendencies to play these guys 48 minutes, whereas
you know how like some people learn from what not to do?
Yeah.
Mark. So it's not Mark Follow, it's Mark Diagonal. He went off to the side.
It's like the wise words of parents, right? It's always like, what is it? Do as I say, not as I, or some shit like that. I don't know. I was trying to quote it. Do
as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, exactly. Learn from others' mistakes. Learn from others' mistakes. There you go.
Because you know how they talk about the coaching tree?
Yeah.
Billy Donovan's off to a good start with his coaching tree.
Yeah, there you go, man. Well, how good, fellas. Those are our picks for the teams that we think are going to rise next season. So we'll see who's right, who's wrong. We actually need to note this down because come next season, we want to see who was the way off.
Ethan, just quickly, who was yours again?
Atlanta Hawks.
Atlanta and then West?
Oh, the West. There has to be the Grizzlies in the West.
Grizz. Trey?
I was the Grizzlies and no one else.
Grizzlies. That's actually a fair call. You can call that. And no one. P?
I have the Rockets in the West, and then I got the Raptors in
R&R,
the East.
nice. And Jed went with the Grizz and the upstart Hornets.
It's gonna be so funny when Jared tears his ACL first game of the season.
Yeah, you're probably going to be one of the only people laughing at that, but good on you.
Yeah, laughing straight to the bank.
He might lift those school shootings up by one.
Hey, chitty bang bang. But also we've got the 2024 unrestricted free agents. Some of these guys are playing for literally their NBA careers in these last couple of weeks, or playing to try get more money. So we've got a fair few guys who, this is literally the last stretch to try see how much more money you can possibly get come free agency time. So, for example, some of our key free agents that we're going to have: Klay Thompson, Tobias Harris, James Harden, Siakam, Hayward, Kyle Lowry. I don't know why I said Kyle Lowry. DeRozan, Buddy Hield, D'Angelo Russell, just to name a few. Who is your unrestricted free agent that is playing for their career? I know I like Kyle Lowry and the booty, but I'm not going to put him up there as my number one. I have got Tobias Harris playing for his career right now in this last little stretch. Not playing for his career, but playing for a contract that I think maybe what people thought he was going to get, a 4-year max deal after this year. I don't think he's getting a 4-year max deal if he burns out in this last little period or burns out in the playoffs. I think if he doesn't play well here, 4 years, $40 million is out the door. I think it's going to be like a 2-year, $30 million deal.
I just don't understand, like, anyone who has faith in Tobias Harris providing providing top level contribution anymore. Like, he's literally been given an opportunity to earn a bag on a platter this season with Joel Embiid going down, Tyrese Maxey missing games, and his scoring averages have decreased. That's just like, with someone who's accomplished so much in their career already. Been in a few different situations, kind of been around the league, and understands what's needed. Just to not deliver, I feel like it's I would be really disappointed if any team that I supported gave him a decent amount of money. I think the only option really that makes sense for Tobias Harris is the Pistons.
He's probably going. Pistons or Hornets is what I think.
Yeah, but I feel like you're talking about Tobias Harris like he's better than what he actually is. Like
that's how they always talk about him. That's the problem.
He's better. He's never been more than number 3 on any team. When he was on the Clippers and he was like the lead guy. Like, the Clippers sucked, and he's not a lead guy. He's 100%
seed actually.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, won like 40 games. But like at the Sixers, when they're injured all the time, so he's having to play as like a number 2, sometimes even a number 1. That's not him. He's never going to be that guy. And teams, hopefully, are going to realize that. And he doesn't get anything more than a 2-year, $15 million, because he's not worth anything more than that. He shouldn't take up cap space on anybody's team.
Am I right in saying though that he has played as the number 1 option on 2 teams? When he was on the Magic, and when he was on the Pistons?
Yeah.
So like, it's not like you can't expect him.
Yeah, and the Pistons. Yeah.
What, Pistons or Clippers? No, Clippers probably. No, Clippers was maybe. 1. I think Gallo was maybe the number 1. I think it was like equal number 1s. Gallo, Lou, and Tobias.
He was a 20-point scorer, wasn't he? Was Gallo a 20-point scorer?
But 19. He's been in situations where you'd expect him. Players go down. Okay, it's your turn to step up. And when he has been the 3rd best player on a team, teams have signed him and been like, "Oh, this is the player who's going to push us that step up." You know. Like, he's not the it guy, but he's one of the key pieces. And I'm just, quite frankly, I'm disappointed. I would be disappointed if I was a Philadelphia 76ers fan at this point and what you're sending them.
They've been ripped off. And I feel like, this is the point where we kind of rip the Band-Aid off. I think that you've given him enough chances. He's been on a deal for the last 4 years. He's done, I don't think he's done enough to even warrant trying to give him back here. He's not the 3rd option behind Maxey and Embiid. Cut ties and go get someone else, because 4 years, you had your opportunity to prove yourself. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4, let a bowl.
Yeah, and I feel like he's not an elite 3-point shooter, so it's not really worth overpaying him.
Yeah.
I think this offseason coming up is more important for the 76ers, because how many free agents do they have? Isn't Kelly Oubre?
Yeah, Kelly Oubre, Tobias Harris, Buddy Hield, and then the big booty as well.
I think Buddy Hield will go back, surely.
like, you got to at least sign 2 of those 3 players back.
Well, I don't know. Like, if you can find a good replacement for Kelly Oubre and you only get Buddy Hield back and you don't re-sign Tobias Harris, I feel like that's not a bad off-season for the Sixers. Kelly Oubre is a hard one because he's going to be like, there's going to be a shit team that offers him like enough money for him to want to leave.
You have like Kelly and Buddy Hield leave, and you re-sign Tobias Harris.
But what if you got DeMar DeRozan for what you could But for what? For what? Oh, I feel like DeMar DeRozan and Kelly Oubre, surely there's a world where they end up getting paid the same amount. It just depends on if there's a few bidders on Kelly Oubre. I wouldn't be surprised if the amount's the same.
Nah, DeMar. We've seen what DeMar can do. He can give you 20 points any night he wants.
But it's also.
So who's everyone else got for their players?
D'Angelo Russell will be an interesting one if you want to talk about that quickly.
Spencer Dinwiddie on top of that, Jed, I think is another interesting one.
I feel so bad for Dinwiddie. I really do, because he came to the Lakers thinking, I don't know what he thought. I don't know why he came to the Lakers. I felt like he should just gone somewhere else, because why would you come to the Lakers? You got to be the scapegoat no matter what happens.
He's played himself out of value now. Like, we're going to sign him on a vet minimum for somebody now. He's just back end of its roster.
I feel like the Lakers are a good team to go if you're a young player who hasn't made a name for himself yet, and like someone like LeBron can elevate your career, elevate your play. Someone like Austin Reeves who like really bet on himself. But if you're someone who's kind of been there and you've got a reputation for yourself and you go there, things don't go well, you're scapegoated and your career could very well be over.
Westbrook.
Montrezl Harrell ended his career, man. Oh, bro, the list is endless, bro.
The Montrezl Harrell one, like, is almost at the point where it keeps me up at night. Why would his agent let him do that? Take a pay cut to play for a team that, if it didn't perform, he was obviously going to be the one who was scapegoated. Just absolutely rattles my mind.
I reckon Harrell's going to sue his agent like Nerlens Noel sued. I think he sued Clutch Sports for like mismanagement or something like that, misrepresentation. So I think you're going to see that Harrell's going to sue as well.
I reckon Harrell's the kind of guy who would have been like convincing his agent to let him go to the Lakers.
Like, please, it'll be good for my brand. Please, I'll play with LeBron. Like, my contract, all this stuff. And the agent would have been saying, hey, buddy, I'm trying to look out for you. And he said, no, LA, bright lights, big city. I'm a shine. CeeLo Green.
He didn't even have to move, though. He just changed his uniform. Same arena, same city.
And
just changed uniform.
Completely opposite outcomes. I feel bad for him, eh? Where is Montrezl Harrell now, by the way?
Keep talking and I'll search it up for you guys.
Yeah, he had a good run.
Probably in Harlem somewhere. Might have been shot. Who knows?
The Guangdong Sharks.
Wow.
Speaking of Guangdong Sharks, did you guys see Kai Jones got signed?
Oh, really? Kai Jones finally got signed?
By the 76ers.
Yeah. You love to see it. You do love to see it. But in the meantime, fellas, we have to crack into the trivia. Big update on the last podcast. Myself moved into solo position, first on the table. So I thought it'd only be fair to give someone the opportunity to tie up top with me. And I mean that because I think that Trey or Jed will win this. I don't think the third guy over there is going to win or has a chance. But I'm happy to be proven wrong. But yeah, updated on standings.
Wretched as, man.
Me, number 1 at 4. You got the Mitchell brothers at 3, and then Ethan at 1. But he's on the board. Dave Cohen's still being investigated, but he's there. So, guys, this one, a little bit different. I thought it would be nice to kind of test your knowledge on NBA players and where they've played. It's almost similar to who he played for, but so they don't get struck for copyright. Career paths. Just keep it nice and simple. So we've got 10 players on the board here. Going to give you, start off with this first team. The first team is essentially where they got drafted. Then from there, I'll start naming where they played for different teams and the years as well. And from that, you have to guess who the player is. Does everyone understand the rules?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, first player drafted in 2004 by the Atlanta Hawks. Played for the Atlanta Hawks for 9 years. Incorrect. Jed, you're out now until the next team is done. Then he played for the Detroit Pistons from 2013 to 2014. Anyone want to guess here? Jed, now you're back in. 2014, 2015, played for the Houston Rockets.
Jeff Green.
No, Ethan, you're frozen out. 2015, 2016, played for the Los Angeles Clippers. 2016, played for the Houston Rockets. Okay, here come the clues now. Okay, he is a slam dunk champion 2005. Left-handed, known for being very dominant. Left-handed.
Josh Smith. Josh Smith.
Jed Mitchell on the board. Okay, player number 2 started on the Houston Rockets in 2010, 2011. Then 2011 also played for the Memphis Grizzlies. Then 2011 to 2012, Golden State Warriors. You're going to see a pattern here. 2012, 2013, Orlando Magic. 2013, he was traded during the season, went to the Milwaukee Bucks. Then, off-season, 2013, 2014, he signed for the Phoenix Suns. Then 2014, no, you're frozen out now. Then 2014, 2015, played for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Mid-season, he was traded to the Philadelphia 76ers and then traded. Yes, correct. There's Smith.
You're muted, Jed.
This guy really just cost himself a point being muted. Are you kidding me?
I beat you as well, Trey. That is fucked. That is fucked. That is so bullshit. Oh, so you guys didn't hear my first guess?
We didn't hear anything.
I couldn't even hear. I couldn't even see what you're saying until I said you got like this.
He was like, throw his hands up in frustration. I'm like,
bro, that's so bullshit. Fuck.
Okay. Player number 3 started off with the Indiana Pacers 2003 to 2005. Then 2005 to 2007, he was with the Phoenix Suns. 2007, 2008, he was with the Portland Trail Blazers. 2008 to 2014, he was with the Miami Heat.
Danny Granger?
No. This is the last team now. 2014 to 2017, he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers when they went 4 straight finals. Oh, well, he was only there for 3 of the finals.
James Jones.
The answer is indeed James Jones. Trey Mitchell on 2.
I'm so annoyed at that because Ethan, what do you think?
I know it was Jones. I couldn't remember his first name.
Alrighty. Player number 4 started off with the Orlando Magic 2000 to 2003. Then went to the Memphis Grizzlies from 2003 to 2008. Then played for the Timberwolves 2008, 2009. Then went to the Washington Wizards 2009, 2010. Then won 2 chips with the Miami Heat where he played from 2010 to 2013. Then went to the Grizzlies 2013, 2014. Then went back.
Mike Miller?
Trey got that one first as well.
No, I started on Mike.
Yeah, you should have committed, man. Trey Mitchell on 3 points.
Okay.
All right, so that's 4 in. Okay, some people need to start making a comeback here. Come on, fellas. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. This ain't gonna happen for me, man.
Player number 1. I think everyone should get this by the second team. All right, 2008 to 2018, Los Angeles Clippers.
Black Griffin.
Frozen. 2018. DeAndre Jordan.
Tough.
There was only 2 players it could have been. There was only 2 players.
One was drafted in 2009. The other was drafted in 2008.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, there you go. Okay, player number 6. Again, first time. This should be pretty easy. Chicago Bulls, 2008 to 2016.
Dick Rose.
Fuck.
He's ending your lives here. This is not even close. It's a beatdown, bro. This is a beatdown. This is an actual beatdown. It's 5-1 to 0.
I'm so dead.
He said Joakim Noah.
Because all of the rest of them haven't been stars.
All right, here we go. This is another pretty... Okay, here we go. Toronto Raptors, 97 to 2000. Orlando Magic, 2000.
Carter, Vince Carter.
Trace McGrady.
I didn't hear what your first guess was. I'll just take your second guess. Trey Mitchell.
What did he say?
He said Vince Carter. You said Tracy McGrady. It is indeed.
Vince Carter play for the Magic?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Well, you guessed him. Oh, no, Vince Carter. Sorry. I thought you said Tracy McGrady. Okay. Next player. Detroit Pistons, 1986 to 1993.
Isaiah Thomas.
No. Frozen. 1993 to 1995. San Antonio Spurs. 95 to 98.
Oh, Dennis Rodman.
Yes, sir. 3 points for Jed Mitchell. Okay, here we go. Next player up. Orlando Magic. 92 to 96.
Penny Hardaway.
Frozen.
Shaq O'Neal.
Yes, there you go. Jed, this is all the marbles, buddy. You need this player. You need this one to tie the scores to take us to a tiebreaker. If anyone else gets this one, Jed, GG's. So here we go. 2007 to 2011. Seattle Supersonics /
KD.
Oklahoma. You're frozen. / Oklahoma City Thunder.
Jeff Green.
Bang, bang. Tie game. Time for the tiebreaker.
Trey, you should have known KD was there too.
Here we go. Here we go, Vossi. Here we go. All right, guys. The tiebreaker player. Everyone's favorite. Drafted. Oh, I'm not, okay. Well, we know he's drafted. 2008 to 2012, Washington Wizards. 2012 to 2015, Denver Nuggets. Mid-season 2015, traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. Then off-season 2015-2016, signed with the Dallas Mavericks.
JaVale McGee.
Bang, bang, bang. Come back of the century.
I cooked myself twice there as well.
From 5-1 down, 5 straight answers, 6-5. He's only gone and done it.
What did you do?
No, I just looked, man. But I don't have the knowledge like that. What are you talking about? You pick up players I never. What the fuck?
Yeah.
When did you get it, Jed? What team did you get it at?
What team did I get it at?
No, like for McGee. What team? Like when you know how I got to Mavericks? Did you get it Mavericks or did you get it 76ers? When did you pick up on?
Nuggets. Oh wait, yeah, because I was trying to think. I was thinking back. I was thinking of the first two as you kept saying them, and I was like, "Oh, Wizards, fucking easy." JaVale McGee. Because I was thinking Trevor Ariza for some reason, and I was but it didn't.
I couldn't think of a single person, man. Fuck.
Trey was on a heater. It was a game of runs. That's what it is. Basketball. It's a game of runs, man.
I can't wait to see the action replay of me going Ish Smith, but it not working.
Oh, that's a toughie. But there you go. Jed Mitchell gets another win on the board. That's 4 for Jed, 4 for myself. Trey, he was up on all of us. He was at 3. Now me and Jed have gone right past. Ethan, this was a toughie for you, man. It's a cruel world, but he'll be back again next week. Don't worry. He'll be back on the board. He'll find a way. Don't worry about it. I believe.
Who's doing the quiz next week? Is it Trey?
It could be Ethan, actually. I think it's Ethan, so he's not going to get the opportunity.
I haven't done one in ages.
No, Trey do a Clippers theme one.
Yeah, Clippers theme is probably.
I've already got my quiz written out. So
hey, justice for Ethan. Justice for Ethan is what we're preaching all week.
Look. All I can say is that I'm gonna win this at the end of the season. I'm gonna have the most wins. So don't worry about that.
Time's running out, man.
You've got all about
5 weeks. Actually, no playoffs too, so you got plenty of time. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Should we do playoffs with double?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. And then NBA Finals week, quadruple. Yeah. Nah, but good stuff, fellas. Another podcast in the books, episode 17 of the Dunk Dynasty podcast. Again, thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it. We really love putting the content out. The boys, we have been on a little bit of a heater right now. By the time you guys listen to this episode, another episode will already be out. So get excited. Keep showing love on social media. Keep showing love by listening to the podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. If you're listening to this if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for support. Listening to it, thank you for the support. We shall see you on the next one, episode 18, Dunk Dynasty podcast, over and out.
Cheers.